Welcome back, our esteemed viewers from the short break. We're still on the discussion of the science of greeting and first impression. Before we went on the break, or before we went for the break, Dr. Doba was explaining the crux between the prophetic action and Nicholas Boltzmann statement. That's the hypothetical analysis of how handshakes affect our personal relationship. Now, Doctor, let's look at it from inside your book. There are some points you mentioned that we want to learn from through some little elaboration. For instance, how does handshake, like meeting somebody the first time, what is the expectation of the person from you as a person? But it's the first impression when you meet somebody.
Yes, when you meet someone for the first time, that first impression is not actually first. The person is not looking for one thing; he is looking for two things. You understand? To give him or her two impressions. One, that person wants to know how trustworthy you are.
You are.
Yeah. How warm and trustworthy are you? What are your intentions towards me? You understand? Okay, can I trust you or can I trust you? You understand? And the second thing, that person expects competence from you. In other words, the person wants to know if you can enact that's good intentions. For example, the first question, do you have good intentions towards me? If yes, okay. Do you have the competence to enact the good intentions? Can you help me? You understand?
These are the unspoken words.
Yes. This person is so warm and he looks trustworthy, but can he help me? You understand? For example, a student goes to a professor and he sees that the professor is approachable. He says, this professor is nice, but is he competent enough to help me?
Exactly.
You understand? Even if he is nice, like we mentioned earlier in another episode where we said a weak person cannot really choose to be helpful or not to be helpful. You understand?
Yeah, because he doesn't have any choice.
He doesn't have any choice. He doesn't have the strength to say, I'm going to do bad. So, those are the two questions, unspoken questions, that a stranger is asking of you when he meets you in first impression. Say, how warm is this person? That is does he have good intentions towards me? And can he enact those intentions?
Exactly.
Yes. So Emikadi, through our research, says that these two questions forms between 80 to 90% of first impression.
Wow.
If you can answer these two questions, then you've passed. 80% is pass mark, right?
Exactly. That's A1, right?
70
is even A1.
In Nigeria.
Actually, okay.
Yes,
Nigerian system.
Yes, like in the US, you have to get up to 95 to get A+.
Wow.
Yes. So
I think that will work in this country.
yeah. So that is it. If you can get these two questions right, then you are able to get between 80 to 90% of the first impression correctly. You form a very favorable first impression. Now, the question is, how do you get these two questions right? Right?
Passively.
Yes. The first thing you do for the first question to express warmth and good intention and trustworthiness is to allow somebody to talk. You understand? You yield the floor. When you meet some people for the first time, they want to out-alpha you. They want to show dominance. Exactly. So that you say, God, this person is powerful. You understand? Yeah. But to show warmth, you yield the floor to that person. Allow him to talk. How are you, my friend? What brought you here today? Allow him to talk. You understand? Don't collect the flaw from the person. Don't talk on and on and on. This psychologist, organizational psychology, Adam Grant said, people feel happy when you allow them to talk.
Exactly.
So here now we are being told that you are going to get a good first impression if you yield the floor to somebody. Allow him to talk.
That's the solution to the first.
Yes. Like I have a professor, I had a professor in graduate school who told us that in Islam, when you shake hands and you say Assalamu alaikum, it's a contract. You understand? Yes. He said it's a contract. That look, in this room, between you and I, we have no quarrel. And I'm going to protect you. I will not allow anybody to harm you. I will not allow anything to harm you. I am not going to harm you. That is why I say salam, peace.
Allah.
Yeah?
That is so beautiful.
He said it's a contract. So if you're a teacher or you're a father and you enter into your class or your home and you say Assalamu alaikum to your children or to your students, what you are saying is that, look, you are under my protection. Even yourself, I won't allow even yourself to harm you, or your parents, or anyone else, and I will not harm you. This is my contract between you. And if you look at it, if you greet people like this, there's no way you are not going to exchange love among yourselves.
Exactly.
Because you know that what you are saying is the responsibility you are taking. It's very, very huge. And with that kind of intention, you are going to make a lot of impact. So if you say to somebody, Assalamu alaikum, with the intention that this is a contract, and I'm going to allow you to talk, tell me your problems or tell me your good news, you know? And that person will feel that trustworthiness, that this person is trustworthy.
Exactly.
And you appear very warm through that person.
MashaAllah, that's...
Yes. Because really, when you express that kind of warmth, then the person feels free to talk. Because they say how to know your true friends is when they listen to your problems. You understand? So somebody talks to you about his problem, you listen. You understand? And also when he comes with good news, you help him celebrate. But if he comes with good news, I got a good job. Say, I also got a new contract. You know, it appears
like
that
competition.
yes, you are taking the wins out of his sail, you know. Allow the person, help the person celebrate. You know, that's not the time to tell him that you also have good news. Help him celebrate first. Then you can tell him about your good news later. Yes.
Doctor, I have, there's some hadiths here I wanted quoting in support of what you just mentioned. You mentioned that first impression, shaking hand, to increase love, to be as a form of contract, to take away harm from even yourself or the other people. I will not harm you, I will not allow people to harm you. In the hadith reported by Imam Muslim, Rasulullah told us there that al-Muslimuna, he said, لا تدخلوا الجنة حتى تؤمنوا. You will not enter the paradise until you are a believer. وَلَن تُؤْمِنُوا حَتَّى تَحَابُوا. You are not a true believer until you love yourselves. أَوَلَا أَدُلُّكُمْ عَلَى شَيْءٍ إِذَا فَعَلْتُمُوهُ تَحَابَبْتُمْ. Shouldn't I direct you to that which if you continue doing it, you will increase, you will love yourself, the love between you and compassion between yourselves will increase, will be solidified? Sahaba said now, call afshu salam bainakum. Spread peace between yourselves. Say salam between yourselves. If you meet yourselves, shake hands and say salam between yourselves. That is number one of the hadith. And the second one is, Rasulullah told us, Al-Muslimuna man salam al-Muslim min yadihi wa famihi. That the believer is the one who other believer and the people have saved from his mouth and his hand. So by saying salam, just like you said, you have actually declared that, look, you are safe from me,
Yes.
and I am here to protect you and your right.
Yes.
That is number 2. And the third one is a question actually I wanted asking. The word, why will Allah use the word salam, which is peace, to be the mode of interaction when we meet ourselves by saying assalamu alaikum? Allah could have used another name in Quran, but he used salam.
Yes.
Yeah, and salam means peace.
Yes.
And peace can only be gotten through when we are at peace with ourselves, interpersonal relationship is improved, and through good first impression and greetings and the rest of them.
Yes.
I believe there's a hikmah, there's a wisdom behind Allah using salam,
Yes.
To be the name of the first impression we exchange between ourselves.
Because actually, there was a lady, a colleague, a non-Muslim. One day I said, Assalamu alaikum to her. And she said, don't ever say that to me again.
Seriously?
I said, why? Don't you know what I'm saying? She said, what? What are you saying? I said, I'm praying for peace for you. I'm praying that peace should envelop you so that whatever you do should be peaceful. She said, really? I said, yes. She said, please continue to say it to me. Sometimes we don't know what we are saying.
No.
Even among Muslims.
Exactly.
They may know that, but they don't pay attention to it. But if you know the magnitude or the meaning, the impact of what you are saying, you are going to cherish it, and you do it more meaningfully.
Exactly.
And that is how it's going to have more impact in our lives. Yes.
MashaAllah, our esteemed viewers, so far we've been discussing the science of greeting and first impression, and we've been having the privilege of tapping from the ocean of knowledge of Dr. Ibrahim Doba. We ask Allah to preserve him and increase him in knowledge and protect him for the Ummah at large and the humanity at large. Human in specific and the humanity at large. He has said a lot of things, how greeting and first impression, how we should make our first impression be the best one, and how greetings increase the love and compassion between ourselves, how it takes away harm, how it's been defined as a contract, as an agreement. So anytime you greet somebody, you say salam, you open your hands to greet people, you should know we are engaging in contract with those people, and we have to protect the right and the dignity of such people, with no harm being extended to them from ourselves or allowing any harm to come to them. We really appreciate your efforts, sir, for discussing, for enlightening us in this particular topic. Our esteemed viewers will be stopping here, inshallah ta'ala, so that by the time we meet in our next episode, we will be discussing about the science of mistakes. We hope you will join us there, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.